Hey you, so on this video, how much will this coin appreciate in price? I'm going to be going over the 2017 Red Dragon of Wales, the Queen's Beast coin, the infamous Queen's Beast. Now, once again, all my own thoughts and opinions on this video, but I'm going to be going over why I picked up this collector coin, where I see it going in price. Has it done well? Do I think it will do well? And just give my own thoughts and projections on this piece here, and just go over how I think it's doing now and what it could possibly do at a later date in the future. So jumping straight into this while I show off this tube of them here, I'll say I picked these up. I done an unboxing of a full amongst the box of these, so you could see the condition of these coins as well as I'm showing them here. And it was riding off of the wave of picking up amongst the box of the Lions and a monster box of the Griffins. And so I followed through with a box of the Dragons. It was a part of a part X2. I think I was reshuffling some stuff about, but I'll show that video at the end of this. And I bought it purely off of just continuation on the series of the Queen's Beast. The Lion was doing strong, the Griffin was doing strong, and then they released this, the Red Dragon. So it was definitely a very strong design. In the beginning, I had my doubts. It was one of the coins where once in hand, which is the case with a lot of these coins, it changed my mind. You know, it is a very strong coin. It was them using all the space to its fullest. You know, in the beginning there was talks of the neck was too lanky and it was just too strung out and just all over the place. But once in hand, I really did end up liking this coin a lot. It was a good buy. You know, I think off seeing the strength of the Lion and the Griffin, that was going to be the case with this one here, and we'll get into why it may or may not have been the situation. With this also, the quality still stayed the same, so we was getting, as you can see here now, all of these didn't come in this condition, so it's just a case of they've turned out to get like this. This is from the Roman as well. You're gonna get it's pure bullion drab, so there's not a lot you can do, but you can see it's got the spots, the dinks. If I can get these highlighted up, you know, on the corners. It's just real rough around the edges. Now, I will say the tube I have these in are filthy, but if you can see up close the condition of these, they're not in the best. At the time, a massive premium wasn't paid for these also, and it was a part X/trade. So where it is in terms of condition right now, I'm more than content with. I'm not going to be grading these at any time. This is technically a best of both worlds coin for me. You know, it's on a very hot series currently, and it's got that not insane premium where I'm more than content on picking it up and holding it and viewing it as foundation. It is capital gains tax for myself, being a UK resident also. But they come in the tubes at the 10, just following suit once again as the others. There's been a lot of scuffing on the sides there when I'm pulling them out, so that could lead to somewhat of the condition, but it's neither here nor there. As I mentioned, I'm very content and happy with what they are. They're not going to be getting graded. They're viewed as foundational trading coins for me. Now, that was why I ended up picking these up, just following suit from the Lion and the Griffin I already had. And also it was a dragon. Have you seen one of my recent videos, I'd done a video going over the dragons in general and how well it's worked for Perfmint, and I knew that would be the case on these also. You either love them or hate them, but a dragon is a very strong animal depending on where you're viewing it from an Asian point of view or a European point of view, and it rid on that wave. Now, there was and is a difference once we get into it, looking in terms of, for me, cowboy flippability, and as if it has done as well as, say, the Lion or the Griffin. And this is where we start to see the differences, and I'm going to break down my own thoughts here on what I see with the Dragon. Now, it was the first coin released in 2017. I don't believe it's the only one that first states 2017. I believe the Griffin had 2017 on it, but you know, they're releasing them in waves of 2. So the Griffin and the Lion and the Griffin, should I say, was released in 2016, and then this was the first to be released in 2017. I believe it was the Dragon and the Unicorn. Now, what I personally saw with this, and this can be a big, you know, game changer here depending on how you view it, is this coin hasn't gone on to do as well as the Lion and the Griffin in terms of appreciation. I would say, if anything, it hasn't done nowhere near to their levels. Now, my own thoughts here is that what I believe's happened is when the Royal Mint first launched the series, not saying it was a flop, but they could have done, it's just like the Perth Mint 2-ounce monkeys. Whenever we have a situation where for some reason or not they haven't been able to reach numbers, why, i.e. we got a low mintage on the 2-ounce Perth Mint Lunar 2 monkeys, we never find out. That a situation like that happened with the Royal Mint when it came to the Lion and the Griffin. We're dealing with an unlimited mintage coin here, and when dealers can get them in that quantity, they can get whatever you want in terms of mintage. One, they will take full advantage of it, and I don't blame the mints for taking full advantage of it. It's not something where you're told you're getting 100,000 of these, but they're milking them out in the half-ounce, even though they are technically doing that with these. An unlimited mintage coin is always going to be fantastic for the mint. It's why a lot of individuals like myself and other guys that want to see some type of appreciation in the coin don't usually gravitate towards coins like that with such a massive mintage. But when you get an unlimited mintage coin, I wouldn't say they planned it, but an unlimited mintage coin like the Queen's Beast, Lion and Griffin, and it comes out where it's rather limited in terms that dealers can't get the coin, and that's reflected on the price that they currently are because they just can't get them. You get a situation where guys and girls like ourselves gain from that. So you have a coin that's an unlimited mintage, but they just can't get it. So I think that situation helped propel the Queen's Beast series in the beginning. I don't think it was planned. It was just one of those situations. But come 2017, where the mint was in full swing and, they knew they had a hit on their hands, all the research and and ahhing on what they wanted, whether they was going to still keep the 1/4 ounce golds and the likes of, that was all done with. Demand was there for the Lion and the Griffin. I don't believe the mints fire the presses back up and get to pressing them out. When they're done at the end of the year, they cease minting them. That's that. They had demand. They now had a series on their hand, whether intentionally or unintentionally, from having, lower mintages or just not being able to mint as many as they wanted on the Lion and the Griffin. The demand was there now. So it's a massive hit. I'd say it's easily top 5 of coin series right now out there, collector coins. And so come the Tiger, the Dragon, the mint was on their game. When you've got an unlimited mintage coin and it has demand like the Queen's Beast series does, it's time to, really put the pimp cap on, and that's what they done. I think this was the beginning of the Queen's Beast and the Royal Mint really pumping them out and using the unlimited mintage to the full limit. And that's what I think's happened with the Dragon. And this is why they haven't appreciated as well as the Griffin and the Lion. There's just so many of them out there. It is easily one of the only in Europe Queen's Beast coins I've seen where you'd find a batch on dealer where you may have 1,000 plus and it'll be at a discounted price, i.e. the current price of the new one at time of releasing this. We've got the Falcon, or the Bull. I've seen this and the Unicorn pop up on dealer sites at the price of the current one, and there's a reason for that. I believe what the Royal Mint done at the time, and also riding the Dragon wave, is just produce these in abundance. They knew it was a massive hit. The Dragon always does well out there, like it or lump it, and they pump these out. When you've got an unlimited mintage, you've got a series that's on fire, it was a win-win. Whereas with the Lion, I don't think they thought that was going to be a flop. It just could have been they didn't know how well it was going to take off, and they got caught off guard. It wasn't originally slated, to the best of my knowledge, where they would be doing 2 a year. So doing that, and the Lion was released late in the year, so they had to speed out the Griffin, and then they cut it off at the end of the year. We gained, or individuals that picked them up when they first came out really gained there. Whereas with the Dragon, they had enough time, they knew their game plan, and that was that. They was going to really knock these out of the ballpark. So what does it do in terms of appreciation? How will I think it do? Now, I wouldn't write it off just yet. I've been asked about this coin a lot, and I would say out from the Dragon onwards is where you can really gauge where the Queen's Beast series is going to go. And that's, once again, if you're an individual like myself, you want to pick these coins up, see them increase in price greatly, double, triple, whatever, and then go on to flip them or sell them to increase your foundation. That's my game plan when I'm picking up these collector coins. If you're a collector and you just love them, I think it's a stunning coin, a stunning addition to the set, and hey ho. But what I think we may see and how this can really gauge the entire series is In Europe, a dealer will gladly pay you a premium for the lion and the griffin. You know, some dealers will pay a lot more, as I pointed out when I done the Apex prices that they're paying for the lion or the griffin. You know, in Europe, the dragon, not so much. You'll technically get the same buyback as the current release, which is the falcon or the bull or whatever it may be when you're viewing this video. I think with this one on the dragon, you're getting slightly more back. Now, this is on the first market, not even the secondary market. So if I wanted to flip this back to a dealer, they're technically paying me the same price that they'll pay for the current release out. Maybe I'd say you're talking a euro, dollar, pound more, maybe, than within those types of swings there. It can go on to do well because they're not minting it no more, and it's a dragon. That's what you're going to really be relying on when you're looking at the dragon here. You know, dragons always sell more though, so it can be a situation, once again, we don't know the final mintages on these, how many were produced. But for dealers to constantly have them in abundance and, you know, even put them on sale, now this is in Europe I'm seeing this with, it can be a bad sign. But I think it's going to be an interesting one to watch, but how well I think it will appreciate, I don't think it will do nowhere near what the lion and the griffin's done. I think that was a 2016 bonus. If you was picking up the Queen's Beast when they first came out then, that's where the real money is and will continue to be. Will it go on to do fantastic? I think if they released a griffin ×2 now or a lion ×2, because they know they're onto a hit. And not to forget the most important part here, it's an unlimited mintage coin. You won't get to see the same appreciation. We're getting those buyback prices and the increased appreciation on the first two because you can't get them. So it's boiling down to it being unavailable, and that's why they're paying, you know, the demand is going past what it's really the amount that's out there. Whereas with these, if the demand is there, it could easily be quenched. And this is why we're not seeing them increase. This is purely on the silver, especially the 2 ounce bullion ones here, the ones I believe offer the best upside potential. On the gold, you're getting slightly better. You know, the same situation I believe applies, you know, for the 2016 releases, the lion and the griffin, they've appreciated handsomely. Whereas on the dragon, it has appreciated better than the others. So it's not on the same level as the unicorn, the bull and the falcon, but it seems to not be doing as well as the first two, and that seems just to be the moral of the story here, not forgetting unlimited mintage. So I think it can go up in price, but the factors will be, one, it's a very hot design, i.e. a dragon. Everybody loves a dragon depending on who you are. 2, it's part of the Queen's Beast series, so it's going to be a coin that's rising in value because it's part of a very hot series. Will it be scarce? No. You know, a mint like the Royal Mint will not miss an opportunity to pump out as many as possible, and that's what I believe they started doing from the 2017 onwards. You won't see the same price as you're seeing in the first two moving forward. You just won't. There's going to be more than enough unless, you know, we get one of those rare situations where there's not enough silver for them and they get caught with their pants down, and then individuals that did lock in when they did get to really gain off an opportunity like that. But I don't see that happening. I think just in terms of good turnover, the Queen's Beast is the best series the Royal Mint has out at the moment. You know, it's not a quick pump and then, you know, a spike like we see on a lot of their 50p coins or any other coins. It's something that it comes out and they can sell in quantity. And they've got different variations from the gold and the 10 ounces and the platinum. So it's very good for them. And they're going to take absolute advantage of that, and rightfully so. You're going to get them an unlimited mintage coin, so they don't need to worry about, you know, it's capping there. So, you know, bringing out proof of it additions, which they already do also. So this series is being fully, you know, drenched. It's being fully run. And they're taking absolute all advantage of it, and rightfully so. So it's not going to leave too much. So I would say, will it increase in price and how far I see it going? Yes. But it may track spot price handsomely. The premium you paid, you may see back come sell time. But, you know, on the secondary market, don't expect to see fantastic things from the Dragon moving forward. I think even on the Dragon being such a hot design, I believe they produced a lot more at the time. And this is why. And it's only the Dragon and the Unicorn I see coming up. But coming towards the end of the series, it's still going to be one of those coins. But I think if you have the Lion and the Griffin in your complete set, depending on what you intend to do with it, you're going to definitely be able to ride off the wave of those, most definitely. But I think ultimately it's still a fantastic set as a whole. It still will appreciate as a whole, but it won't do as fantastic. You can still pick these up for fair prices, and that's not also something to remember. So it's not like you're paying a large premium for it and then you're stuck because you can't get it back. They can still be picked up for very nice prices, but I just believe you're not going to be seeing the same opportunities. But it would be fantastic to hear what you guys think of the Dragon. Wherever you are in the world, is it one of those coins that's doing absolutely fantastic? You know, it doesn't seem to be the case. It was the first three that came out, and I believe the first three were very strong, solid designs. But the Dragon being infamous for being very strong, but with the Queen's Beast, it's not going to be as rare because a lot of them do have mythical creatures in. So it's not like the Zodiac or the Luna series. A lot of them are, you know, mythical types of creatures. But I think where it's being an unlimited mintage series, this is where it kicks in for resale. It's not going to be nothing rare. And from the Dragon moving forwards, it's going to be a situation where that unlimited mintage isn't going to work in its favor. You know, so it'd be fantastic to know your thoughts on this. Do you think otherwise? Have you seen prices sell for more? Have you sold them for more on the secondary market? And where do you see them going? So hey, I love it, guys. It'd be fantastic to hear your thoughts in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.